So a lot of parents talk about, they go, their kid goes and talks to the coach to ask, what do we do? And the coach gives them information and they work on that skill and they go and get lessons and they're still not getting playing time and they're pissed. The thing I think you need to remember is that while your kid is getting lessons to get better at the skill, the kid that's already better is also getting lessons. So both y'all are doing lessons at the same time, and there's that gap in the middle. And that's the gap that your kid needs to overcome. Just because your kid Mary got lessons and got better at the skill doesn't mean that they've gotten better at the skill enough to overtake the starting person. They might not have. They've just gotten better at the skill. And I think that needs to be thought about. The gap in the middle between your kid and the kid whose spot that she wants to take. And I say that language meaningful because she wants to take that spot. There are some parents who are like, no, my kid doesn't want to say that. Okay, girl, she don't want to be competitive then. Like at some point, there needs to be an understanding that a timid kid is not going to win a spot. A timid kid is not going to get set. A timid kid is not going to be on the court helping someone win a championship. Maybe a timid kid is not going to do that. Your kids, and I'm going to keep reiterating it, are going against transfer portal. So that means there has to be another level of dog in them. And dog is, how do I win that spot? What do I need to do? Not, I don't want to say something. Do they want to play or do they not want to play? My goal is to help kids get recruited. And a part of that is helping parents understand you got to let them kids be dogs. They got to be able to talk some crap, back it up, and go after the position they want. We are taught in society that women need to be feminine and meek and not really say the thing, not be super competitive. You're being just too much. That's not going to win you a scholarship, baby. You're going to still be paying for college because you raising this meek mouse who's afraid to talk to the coach, who's afraid to say what they want. No, a coach isn't going to handle that. A coach doesn't want this timid kid. So your goal as a parent should help that kid push through and get that dog. We want feral women. We want feral women. As a coach, I would rather take a kid that I have to tone down than try and build up and to be aggressive. I would rather take an aggressive girl and figure out how we tone her down than I would a timid person who isn't going to be aggressive and be that dog when we need her to be. So, you got to go after that gap between the lessons your kid is taking and the lessons the other kid is taking and figure out how to overcome that gap so that your kid can be better at them at whatever skill or position they want to be at. And it means knowing exactly what it is that they need to do to beat out that kid. Because it doesn't matter if your kid's taking lessons, they're taking lessons as well. How are you going to attack that gap? That's the key. And you can't attack it being timid. It's at the end of the bench, pouting and crying, and look at your parents. That's not going to work. You got to go up and say, I'm scared, but I got to talk to them and figure out what I need to do. And make sure that they're specific. And also know that you can do that specific thing, but you're not doing it well enough to cover the gap that other kid starting has on your kid.